Hello, everybody. Welcome to Armchair Expert. We have a very exciting guest on today.
Very special lady.
Very special lady. Powerful lady. Brilliant, funny, hysterical lady.
Michelle Obama.
Nope. It's close.
Oh.
Amy Schumer.
Oh, so close.
Very close. And she was kind enough to let us come to her apartment in New York while we were in town filming live shows, which was a very nice thing for her to do. She's a very busy human being.
And she invited us in. Yeah.
You never know what you're going to get when you invite us into your home.
No, we could bring poop in.
We could. Wobby Wob could be a serial killer. They don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if he is or not.
I don't know. TBD.
Now, listen, on a serious note, if you listen to this entire episode, towards the end of this conversation, Amy and I have, at least in my memory, a pretty tense exchange. And I don't really want to clear it up here, but I really urge you, if you do listen to the whole thing, stay tuned for the fact check, because I'm gonna report an update on how we handled that after the interview. So please enjoy the ever-talented Amy Schumer.
We get support from Quince.
Have you been wearing the Quince linen shirts?
Yeah, I've been wearing them a suspicious amount. Yeah, European linen ones, they're $34, which is genuinely insane for how nice they are.
It doesn't even make sense.
Well, here's the deal. They work directly with the factories, cut out all the middlemen, so you're paying for the actual quality and not some brand's marketing budget. Everything's 50 to 80% less than comparable stuff. I love it because it's all very classic and traditional, and I know I'm going to be able to keep it for a very long time, and the quality's off the charts.
That's true. The style is very consistent. Whatever you get there, you walk down the street, you're going to look good. They have these lightweight cotton sweaters, which I love for when it cools down at night. It's nice drape around your shoulders in the summer and then throw it on when it gets a little cool. And it's not just clothes. They do home stuff, ding, 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 travel stuff, everyday essentials. It's all the same model, quality without the markup.
Make your summer wardrobe easier. Go to quince.com/Dax for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/Dax for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Dax. This episode is supported by Helix. All right, let's talk about something we both really care deeply about: sleep.
It's the most important thing. I've had my Helix mattress for years now, and I genuinely think it's one of the best investments you can make for your home. Mine still feels just like it did when I first got it.
Well, that's the thing. It's not one of those mattresses that caves in after 6 months. These things are built to last. And you know, I'm a side sleeper. I ordered a side sleeper and I get hot, so I have cooling. And I can't tell you how much more comfortable it is to be in there, not sweating and tossing and turning.
Cooling is really important. I've read that you're supposed to sleep a little bit cold. So I also have cooling. And they have over 20 models, so it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. You just go take their quiz and they match you to what actually works for your body.
Plus, they've got cooling upgrades, which heading into summer, non-negotiable.
Truly.
Go to helixsleep.com/armchair for 20% off. That's helixsleep.com/armchair for 20% off. Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. helixsleep.com/armchair.
He's an armchair expert. He's an armchair expert.
You know, as I was pulling up here to just start off on the making it about me foot,
Please.
she'll find to be a recurrent theme.
Thank God.
Rob, will you make me a little louder? I love hearing my own voice.
Couldn't be.
Love it.
Couldn't be loud
It's so
enough.
weird because when I orgasm, it's my voice that's making the orgasm.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
it's the sound.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't know if you saw Baby Mama, and without exposing where you live,
Are you pulling back the curtain on this?
I just outside here
Yeah.
is where I screamed, "My girl does not rocks."
Big
And I have
part of why we moved here. Big part.
Big
oh, yeah.
draw.
Oh, God. We said it was right there. Are you sure? Can you prove it? We'll take it. We'll take it.
I only bring that up because as I pulled up here, I was like, "Oh, I haven't been here since that moment." in
So this is really
time."
triggering for you.
It's really triggering. Yeah.
Sure.
I'm waiting for Tina Fey to.
She lives around here. I'll tell her address right on the air. I don't give a
please
fuck.
do.
Fuck
Yeah.
her.
In fact, I'll
She's
give
had
out.
it too good for too long.
That's right. It's about time someone put her on blast. I know her code too to get up. Yeah, I'll include that as an addendum.
You just tell the doorman you have Coke. That's the code.
That's a code.
If you guys don't know, Tina's a big Coke head.
Yeah.
How else would you explain the productivity? I mean,
Right.
Yeah, I think it's pretty self-evident
At this point,
Yeah.
like it's aggressive.
Can I just first say, I think you look so cute right now. It makes
That's
me.
so funny. Thank
can't-
you. I woke up 1 second ago.
Well, that's
You can see
kind of
that.
obvious. Yeah, that's part of the cute factor. But I just really just am smiling looking at you. It's giving me
I'm a
like
little cutie?
happiness. You're very much a cutie.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Do you
Thank
feel
you.
it
This
too,
means a
Monica?
lot.
I
Like,
do.
It makes you
You're
smile.
glowing.
Can you describe my outfit a little bit and my hair for?
Yeah, well, I think it'd be easiest as a shortcut to say if you've seen Joe Piscopo in the late 80s, you're basically wearing one of his outfits.
Oh yeah,
You're 6 years younger than me. Are you old enough to remember when Joe Piscopo went from a comedian to
Like,
Lou Ferrigno?
crazy. Yeah, I do remember that. That was heartbreaking. It's hard to because I still enjoy seeing clips of him. You know,
Yeah, before he looked
before
like
he lost his
Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
It was interesting because I was conflicted because I'm also a boy and I love muscles.
Sure.
So part of me was like,
You wanted
what the
to give it
fuck
up
is
for the muscles.
Piscopo doing, and then the other part of me like, I'd love to have guns like that.
I know, but it's like, honestly, this is a great, and here, can I make this about me
Always.
really quick?
Finally.
Yeah.
Thank you. When I see someone even like Ben Stiller, how they're like jacked, I'm like, I don't need you to be jacked. Like that is a waste of your time and energy for my experience. Like forget about how he feels. So anytime I've thought about like, should I just really get it together? I'm like, no, but people don't need that from me. That's what I tell myself.
Right. Although you are wearing athletic gear.
No, I'm an athlete. Like I feel
Right.
strong, but I'm,
Yeah.
I don't try to lose weight.
But can I suggest a double standard to you? Because one time I
course.
bumped into a very famous comedian, and I had gotten in really good shape for this silly movie. Kristen and I did, and he said, he's like, bro, don't get in shape. Like comedians don't get in shape.
I love that.
But here's what
this
I
must be Chris
realized
Rock.
here. No, but interesting you'd say that because I realize there's a double standard because black comedians can get in
Yeah,
great
like
shape.
Chappelle is kind of jacked these days.
Fucking Eddie Murphy was completely ripped.
Yeah.
And was like a sex symbol in his leather pantsuit.
Sure.
Right?
He was partying all the time.
Yeah. And Will Smith.
I think the sirens kind of add atmosphere.
I like
Yeah, they
it.
give it a
Cool.
little something.
Let's not hold.
But isn't that interesting though? That like black dudes are free to be cool and comedians and be hot and sexy.
But still, I think like Chappelle, who's one of my really good friends, doesn't need to be like strong like that. You know, if he wants to do that for his life, but as a performer, I'm like, he could have like little spaghetti arms
not
and I
adding
wouldn't feel any
anything.
differently.
it's not additive, as we would say.
Just fully immediately judging people's bodies, especially good bodies, as we don't approve. I don't approve.
Well, I was going to wait to much deeper in this to talk about this, but we're here.
We're here.
Yeah, we're here. So
Let's follow the river.
I got. Occasionally, I'll get very fired up about something I see in the news.
Wow.
I like to say it's rare because I try to not give a shit.
You want to feel good.
I do. I don't want to take on a bunch of weird stuff.
No.
I found myself irrationally irate when your movie came under.
I feel pretty.
Yes.
When it was, yeah.
And I don't even know that
That's nice.
I understand.
I appreciate that.
If I understand it correctly, what I remember reading was like, how dare she act like she's representing someone who's marginalized for their figure or their
Yeah.
looks?
Sure.
Is that kind of the critique? Was that?
Yeah. Yeah. Like this is the picture. Okay, they were like, she's supposed to be so ugly. But it's like, that's not what the movie was.
Right.
Also, it's just like what I
doesn't
thought
matter.
what you did was such an awesome thing. Again, if I understand it correctly,
Yeah.
it was like you ultimately decide how attractive you are. Like you
It's
make
up
a
to you.
decision.
We
and
see
you go,
people every day who are vile looking, who feel like awesome
Hot as
to the
shit.
point where you're confused. Yeah.
It's an old Chris Rock joke, right?
Yeah. I
Do you
don't
that
remember
very-
it, but
there was a very old one where he said, like, I love black women going to a club because it doesn't matter how big they are. They're like, I have some good pussy in this dress and I'm
Yeah.
going out. And
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
The whole thing?
This movie should have just been like about black women.
Well, no, it should have
Like
just been
getting to
called
that
I have good
confidence.
pussy in
Yeah.
this dress.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was telling myself while we were shooting the scenes.
But I thought
this is such a step forward that you are the lead, and that's the message.
It's a big deal.
It is.
I'm in like a bikini in one scene, like dancing around.
And
like,
it wasn't
you don't see that
far
in
enough
movies.
for you guys. It just was like you can never win. It made me
know.
feel like you can't fucking win. You did something very cool and a message that I think you're uniquely qualified to carry on. Yes,
Yeah,
and
thank
it's
you.
your fucking story. What they want you to tell someone else. Like to
I
me,
know.
if you distilled the message, it was like, don't tell your story. You should
Right.
be telling.
Yeah,
some other
I get
story.
it a little bit.
Tell me
I
how
do
you
get
get
it
it.
a little bit. So I think, a lot depends on sort of what the culture is up for at that moment. And I think a lot of people have woken up recently and they're
Well,
like,
you minutes ago.
within 90 seconds, I was in my 30th dream night sweating.
Do you sleep in an oxygen chamber up there?
Of course, upside down.
Okay.
I know. I kind of don't want you to see the rest of the house because I just want you to project that it's like there's a bat cave back there. It's
Yeah.
like just bare bedrooms. So I think people are like, wow, we can't believe how underserved people of color have been on screen, and just the lack of any sort of inclusivity, including body inclusivity. So this moment kind of hit right when this movie was coming out, where it should have been like, oh, good, this is an empowering female story. Instead, it was like, no, like the people who get it the worst are definitely women of color, no question.
Sure.
And that's the truth. So why don't we show this with someone who's really underserved rather than this, white chick who's reasonably attractive.
Yeah.
So I get it if you look at it that way, but
But hold on, you can't tell that story.
no, I could not be involved in that movie. And I literally was even like, I'm sorry. Like I look forward to a time where our society gets to that point. And I meant it, but I was, like you said, like uniquely qualified to do it because I'm someone who people have spent a lot of time on the internet sort of first like negotiating if I was attractive or not. I did a whole episode of my show about it, 12 Angry Men inside Amy Schumer. I wrote the whole thing because I was like, I don't want someone else to be writing insults about me. But
Isn't that our great
It was just-
superpowers? Like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna beat you to it.
right, yeah, I'm gonna beat you to it. And also I've had like writers' rooms be like, also, your teeth look like a chip. And I'm like, oh, actually I'm totally full up with insecurities, but thank you. So anyway, I'm someone who I'm like, I'm not going to strive for like this other person. Like, I'm just going to be this person I am. And, but luckily the truth is that a lot of people did wind up seeing it.
Yeah.
And it reached a lot of people, like men and women, and they've been really vocal about it. And it's been a nice feeling, but this sort of, that's what made me realize before the Annenberg Institute, stats came out. Like, I was like, this is 99% white men are reviewing my movie.
And they
like, it's
haven't
not
seen it.
for you. They haven't even seen it. There was a review on Fox News where they were like, I didn't see it, but there was a whole review. I was like, this is amazing.
In their defense, I review a lot of movies that way.
Sure.
I saw like the trailer.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you'd seen it, that was the whole point.
I know.
Is that it doesn't matter what you look
Doesn't matter
like.
what you
It's
look
about
like.
inner confidence.
Exactly. It was saying like you could be a model, and I know a lot of models. Unfortunately, no, just kidding. No, but I know a lot of models, and like they feel worse about themselves than I do.
Well, that's the thing that I think no one's really acknowledging is that it's really a human condition to hate who you look in the mirror.
Men, women. There's
Oh
no.
my God. I literally, one of my best friends has been sexiest man alive. And I sincerely, I know he hates how he looks.
Yeah.
It's like, it's really,
It's such a waste.
But I remember hearing Polar was on like Leslie Gross's show.
Fresh Air.
Fresh Air.
Terry.
Yeah, Terry Gross.
Leslie Gross.
Terry Gross.
Leslie Gore's show.
Al Gore's aunt, Leslie Gore's show. She said that moment in high school. She was like describing the moment in high school where she goes, okay, well, I'm not going to be the first foot I put forward is not going to be my beauty. I'm going to bet on something else. And I was
Great
like,
thing to realize early.
yeah. And I remember the exact moment in 11th grade where I was, 6'3", 140, terrible acne, big nose, perm on top,
Talk slower.
straight long hair,
Listening.
transferred high schools, bad wardrobe. And I was like, you're just going to have to do something else. You're going to have to be funny and you're going to have to learn to dance.
I know. No, but when you're like, because some of my friends are like very beautiful actresses and they're like chasing the clock, and I'm like, bring it on. Like, I don't care. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. But then, some people would hear this and be like, fuck you. Like, you're attractive. And I think the people who have wound up, the women who have had the biggest problem with I Feel Pretty are women who feel like the world has totally definitively classified them as unattractive or overweight.
Sure.
And they have a really tough time watching the movie. I think like they've been like, no, this is not true.
In the way that they would be like, I'd kill to look like that.
Sure.
Yeah. Where there is valid as their point of view is the part where they're still lying to themselves is bullshit. If they look like you, they'd still feel
everyone's
bad.
doing
That's
it.
my point.
I know.
Is that it doesn't work that way. Even if I snapped my fingers and I woke up and I was Brad Pitt tomorrow, within a week, when my self-esteem dips, all of a sudden I'd be like, oh, Brad Pitt's not as hot as I thought. Because you know what I'm saying?
I can find bad lighting.
Yeah, like it is an internal thing. As much as yes, there are some very obvious, like no one points at me on a street or anything.
Yes, and and then you go, well, yeah, it is. It's harder for somebody who's in a wheelchair. It's harder for somebody of color, and it's like. That's all true, but that doesn't mean that this woman's story shouldn't have been told.
Well, that's kind of my point is you can't tell every story in one movie. Like it's undeniable that there's worse conditions, but you could have set the fucking movie in Nazi Germany.
Yeah, which I pitched.
You did.
It sucks because, when you really try to go out of your way to do work that, you think will make people feel good and laugh. And then when this nonsense gets in the way.
Yeah.
But I do trust the culture and what people are sort of up for. And I do think they did wind up being up for that movie.
I also think you're hearing 0.1% in actuality. Like, let's just say that in my circle in real life, I didn't ever hear a single person making this critique about your movie.
Totally.
Of course, I was reading headlines, but you really have to remind yourself, like, oh, I get to hear from everyone now, like the Fringe.
And 2 tweets become a story.
Yes.
And that's a whole different thing. It's just, it's not interesting to say, oh, some people really like this movie. You gotta, there have been tweets, and then they post these people's tweets.
Yeah.
And you're like,
they
what?
were like aggregated from a CNN or something.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, all you can do is tell your story that's honest to you. And then sorry, it's not your story.
Right. And also, like, I do think that once we've so much information now, like we know that it's over 95% of all art hanging in museums is by white men. Like,
thank God.
They just make it the best. But so once you like see that, once you're like, oh my God, and you realize how underserved people of color have been and women, just with equality and stuff. So I'm in a position to be a producer, a director. So it's like, okay, let me try and do my part to lift other people up with me. And so I do that.
Yeah.
So I'm really, and it's not for bragging rights. Like I'm like, oh my God, this is so fucked up. Let me do what I can.
Yeah.
And so I think once you see how little equality there is, if you don't do something about it, then you're an asshole.
Yeah. Was there a moment in high school? Did you have that moment in high school, that the polar moment or my 11th grade moment?
Yeah, but mine was much later.
Okay.
Because my parents told me I was very gorgeous.
Oh, good.
Yeah, like as a little. I mean, now like
you are very gorgeous.
Yeah.
No, I am. No, I am.
No. Yeah.
Blessed, like endlessly blessed, every angle. Mm-hmm. But
by the way, it just occurred to me, you must be so fucking sick about even talking about your looks.
I'm not.
Oh, good. Okay.
I'm not. I'm in the middle of press. You're sick of talking about anything, but like. This is the stuff I'm interested in. I'm interested in confidence. Because if you don't feel good, you can't get as much done. Like women who aren't comfortable, you're in heels, you're in these clothes, like, and you don't want to participate because you're self-conscious about something. So I'm all about trying to get people to feel their best so that they can be as productive as they can,
Get in your Nike tank top.
I am wearing a sleeveless Nike tank top. An aggressive.
It's very aggressive.
I was just like, it's hot in here. I wonder what you thought I was going to come back in. It's like my pants are unzipped. It's not. And this bun is very much what I slept exactly in. I'm sure that's clear.
Do you sleep good? Are you a good sleeper?
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I have. It's always been hell.
Can I just say we went to a comedy. This is completely off topic, but we went to a magician show last night.
You Freudian slipped and called it a comedy show.
I did.
which-
The most important part is that there was a couple behind us that were, when I say dead asleep, I mean, we were almost like, did someone carry these two people in
Like
here?
off the street, like here, you'll
they're-
sleep sounder in here.
Yes, they were in REM sleep, right?
Like
now the
chin
woman
to chest sleep.
and the woman, she stayed out cold the whole performance. By the way, we missed half the magic routine because
That's so funny. We missed half the magic.
we did. Side note, you won't believe this. She clapped in her sleep. I know you won't believe that. But I know you don't
I was
believe
with
that.
you, and now I feel
Oh, in fact, Rob took a picture, so we'll show you a picture just to confirm this whole thing.
clapping. Like when everybody else was clapping.
Yes. The husband, he kept waking up. He would wake up like every 6 minutes for about a minute.
Like
right?
annoyed that he'd been woken up.
And he'd just like come to, and then he'd watch for a minute. And then I said, I just showed her the picture.
Wow.
So he kept waking up, but he would wake up for like a minute and then he'd fall back asleep. And at one point I turned to Monica and I said, this poor guy has terrible insomnia.
You felt bad that his sleep
He
was
just
being.
couldn't stay asleep.
Oh my god.
But back to high school. You were
Yeah.
Your parents told you were gorgeous. That's where we
So gorgeous. But wait, I'm trying to remember what show I was watching last night that the guy was really Sharp Objects. Have you watched it?
watched
yes,
it,
yes.
Okay, so
most of it.
Okay, so we were like watching it last night, and it's like I really like it. I'm enjoying it, but it is a little uneven sometimes. And so this guy in this scene is like supposed to be like really mad, but he's also folding laundry. Does
Was it
that
the
sound
guy-
familiar at all?
don't remember.
Wait, was it the guy, the younger dude, or
He's a little younger. He's not like
he
he's
wasn't one of the leads?
he's probably like 50.
He's on the young end of 50.
Don't you think 50 is young now?
I hope to God.
Yeah.
I
at
think
the
it's
very
young
least.
now.
I'm 7 years away, so I'm hoping it's young.
I think it's young.
I'm so obsessed with my age. Are you at all?
No.
Oh God, you
Oh,
are
hell
so
no.
healthy. It has nothing to do with like
Okay,
my
like
vanity.
vanity?
No, it has to do with like, oh goddamn. Okay, the ride's 2/3 over.
Oh God, I'm
That's
like, I hope this plane
disturbing.
goes down.
You do.
Oh my God, I'm so tired. I'm like, anytime I feel like I might die, I'm like, cool. You know, I'm good with everybody. You know, if there's turbulence, I'm like, take her down.
I really was that way.
Yeah.
For years before I got
Oh, but
sober.
you have kids.
Yes, I have kids
have to
now,
live.
so it's much different. But yeah, I remember before I had found work as an actor, there would be turbulence, and I would go, "Oh, this is great." If I go down, my mom will be able to say, like, "Oh, he was just on the
just
verge."
starting.
Yes,
Yeah.
but there's a high likelihood that I'll make it to 80 and never work, and that lie will be
And
exposed.
that's dark. Yeah.
Yeah, so I really sincerely
almost
was like,
got
"Oh,
out.
this will be easier if this goes down." Everyone
Yeah.
will think, "Oh, he would have made it."
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but
Sorry for your loss.
I just more think like, and it really starts happening around 40, so maybe you're a few years away. But
Okay.
once you go like, oh God, okay, I've done the majority of this,
Sure. Definitely for me.
and
I'm there.
yeah, and time's going much quicker as I
Yeah.
get older, as it does, and I don't like being able to see that the end is around the corner.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
But you don't
I
care.
think I'm the one with something wrong. Yeah, but you know what it is? I think having a sick parent, like my dad has MS, he's been in a wheelchair for a long time. And like every phone call, like my sister and I will even joke around. I'm like, she'll call and I'll be like, did dad die? You know, like we
yeah.
just, but he's alive. He's very alive.
Right.
And, so you're just like, God, all of a sudden he just kind of couldn't walk. And so you never know when that's going to happen. So I've lived my life very much like, I think it was Bill Gates was like, look at your life, your work, and be like, if today had been the last day of my life, would I have spent it the way? And so most days I could say that I spend it the way I want to. It makes you really live your life.
Yeah, you seem to, based on what I experienced
On Instagram?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think I told you this the last time I
Yeah.
saw you. Like,
You
I
and
look at
Darren
it as-
Aronofsky both have said that to me. Like, I like the life you've curated. I'm like, okay.
No,
I
I
get it.
believe that it is really your life, but I'm like, God damn, that girl's on vacation.
Yeah.
Oh, you're always in
I'm
the
always on
Mediterranean.
some sort of a water.
Yeah.
Actually,
You
it's
and
funny.
Kim, you and your sister.
Yeah.
Travel a lot.
Anytime I can get her out. She used to go anywhere for $100, and now it's like, the ante's up.
No, your dad though he got MS, or I guess you don't get it, but maybe it became apparent.
Yes.
Right around the time he went bankrupt.
Bankrupt, yeah.
So doesn't that feel
Great? Fucking off the
double
hook.
whammy of great news?
The best.
No, would it be a spurious correlation? But don't those seem linked? Do you think the stress of that could have exacerbated?
No, I think, my mom and my dad, like, it's really tough to tell what was a complete lie. So you go like, oh, were we squatters?
Right.
Yeah, like there was a time that my mom and I shared a bed, like while I was like, a teenager.
Yeah.
Sexually active. Always very nice to the guys. Always very cool to them. No, but and so it's tough to piece together what's true and what's not. So they like place the blame of bankruptcy on someone else, and I'm
right.
It was probably that you guys weren't good with money.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
He was a furniture manufacturer, baby furniture.
His company was called Lewis of London, and they were the only people at the time importing baby furniture from Italy. On the Upper East Side, so these parents needed a crib from Milan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there was
Gotta
a market.
have it.
Who doesn't?
Supply, demand, and then
I
other
got one
people
from Florence once, and it was a piece of shit.
from Hurricane Florence. Yeah, you should have. I donated. Sorry for your loss. I'm sorry.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare. We are supported by Auto Trader. All right, if you've been putting off car shopping because it sounds like a whole thing, buying your car online on Auto Trader makes it way easier, really. You can shop tons of cars online, compare prices, check financing and trade-in options, all from wherever you are. And if you want to start online and go to the dealership for a test drive, you can do that too, really. What I like is the flexibility. Start online, finish at the dealer, or the other way around. Your info stays with you, so you're not starting the process from scratch. Plus, you're working with local dealer listings, so you've got real people helping behind the scenes. And when you're ready, you can pick up your car or have it delivered. Really. Buy your car online on Auto Trader. Really. This episode is brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest all in one place.
Let's talk bank accounts for a second. The average bank savings rate is 0.39% in interest. You're earning pennies on your savings, but it does not have to be that way.
With SoFi High Yield Checking and Savings, the money barely making moves sitting in your savings account can earn over 8 times the national average savings rate with eligible direct deposit.
No account or overdraft fees, which feels rare these days. You can get your paycheck up to 2 days early, perfect for getting ahead of a bill or grabbing what you need right when you need it.
Plus, get up to a $300 welcome bonus when you sign up with eligible direct deposit. Sign up for SoFi Checking and Savings at SoFi.com/armchair. SoFi Checking and Savings is offered through SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms apply.
Confidence. It's listening to your gut. It's moving forward even when the path ahead is unclear. For nearly 160 years, Pacific Life has helped people keep their promises, building confidence for generations. Whether you're confident in your financial future or just beginning to envision it, we're here to help. Ask a financial professional how. Pacific Life, the power of a promise. Pacific Life Insurance Company, Omaha, Nebraska, and in New York, Pacific Life and Annuity, Phoenix, Arizona.
But you had grown up on the Upper East Side, right?
I was born at Lenox Hill and then lived there just for a little bit. And then we moved out to Long Island because my mom was like, hey, can you stop doing like cocaine every morning?
Okay, so did Dad do cocaine?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, good for him.
He called it breakfast.
Get the fuck out
I'm
of
not
here.
kidding.
I
He
love
loves talking
that.
about it.
Oh, good. Me too.
He tells me every time I see him, he's like, you're so lucky you're the first kid I kept.
Oh my God.
And he's not even like being funny, you know? He's just like, you're blessed. There's a reason I kept you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
He's a
That's
blast.
tremendous. My dad too also loved to powder his nose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he really liked cocaine.
Loved it.
As I did.
I think I never tried it.
You didn't.
No,
That's
I just
probably good.
My dad's life, you know. And
Yeah.
and I'm such an addict, like anything.
Are you? I was curious about that because you seem to drink, and
Yeah.
and of course, anyone that drinks, I'm always like, God, they can do it just fine, huh? That's kind of amazing to me. Do you do it just
can.
fine, or do you have to like go?
No.
Okay, time to check in and
I am
be
like
cool.
I like drink at home. I don't like to go out really at all because I'm thinking about that I have to go home.
Right.
So I want to be home in sweatpants and I'll like drink here. But when I say drink, I'll have like a glass of wine and then I'm like, maybe I'll have another, and I'll wind up having like 3 glasses.
Sure.
And smoke pot.
Yeah.
And then I'll eat.
Okay,
You know,
great.
so it's like, yeah. And so like that will then affect my next day. So I've had to seriously chill with drinking just to be as productive as I want to be. And so I'm pretty much, I'm all pot and all edibles now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For how long?
My body's a temple. So
Yeah.
a couple months.
Oh, yeah. And now have you gone like, do you have more anxiety or?
No, I love it.
You love it.
The edibles I take, it's this company, Lord Jones.
Oh, yeah.
You know them. Okay. So it was recommended to me by my friend who uses it like microdoses instead of taking pills for depression.
Anti-anxiety
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
And
Yeah, the CBD is supposed to be incredible
CBD is
for
great.
anxiety.
And there's some with like very little THC and a bunch of CBD. So I love it. It's just been like a life changer for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's great. Had you ever been on antidepressants?
Oh no, I'm also on Lexapro.
Oh, okay, great.
I am both microdosing and taking.
and macro.
I'm giving myself the double.
Mega dosing
The
and
old
micro
dubs.
dosing.
Oh yeah.
Now, when you moved upstate, what age were you?
No, we moved to Long Island.
No, you moved upstate.
Oh, I did? Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I have got you
12.
upstate.
12. We placed you upstate here.
Okay, Long Island. Generally, if we were in LA, I would have really done a bang up job. But
Oh,
again,
do you like really research?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the show's
Weirdly-
amazing, obviously. My friends are really impressed that I'm going to be on it. My husband was
really?
impressed.
Oh.
He goes, Dax is coming here.
Oh,
I was like, relax, fucking lover
Your husband
boy.
Chris, who's a really sweet guy. I only met him one time, but I was very relieved when I met him because even though I know you have your fucking head on your shoulders clearly.
Wow.
No, you're very self-aware. How about
But I'm
that?
also impulsive.
You're also a human being.
Right.
And this is kind of what I wanted to get to because what I'm curious if we share in common is as someone who decided my personality is going to lead the charge,
Sure.
I was endlessly trying to get people who I categorize as out of my league.
Really great.
And then I would get them, and instead of them boosting my self-esteem, I would quickly decide,
You'd be like, well,
they're
you're
a piece of
shit,
shit.
too.
Yes, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm wondering if you...
That has absolutely been my pattern.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah, but it also makes total sense. You know,
It does.
You just put them on this pedestal and you're like, me? I can't believe you're even looking at disgusting, haggard me.
Yeah, this outhouse of a human
And then
being
you get
that
to
I
know
am.
them and you're like, oh, this wasn't like the shit like I thought it was. What's wrong with you? You like me? I'm out.
Yeah, for me, most clearly, it's like when I recognize, oh, Jesus, I think they might even like me more than I like them.
That's just blasphemy.
They are somehow they're in this beautiful exoskeleton, but
Yeah.
they're a piece of shit,
Right.
Because they like me.
Yeah. And that's what pot is also good for, to like just kind of look at somebody and be like, let me, who are you as a man? You're not a man. Get the hell out of here. So, Chris, my husband,
That's not to say he's not a huge win or a trophy husband, but I was very relieved that
you
you
had
weren't
met
with like
him?
a boy toy.
Oh God.
Who was, you know what I'm saying? Like
I
a
never did
supermodel
that.
from Milan.
I slept with a couple boy toys.
Yeah, I
and
was-
I was like almost disgusted that they were down to sleep with me. I was like, how dare you? Look at yourself.
Well, also you start filling in like your insecurities actually start just making answers
They're
for you
even
because
worse.
you're like, well, why would this person like me? So then
Yeah.
you come up with all these reasons like, oh, they like me because of blank.
Sure. And it's very easy if you're at all
If you
famous.
got dough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the difference also between, I think, a lot of men that I know, like powerful men. They'll date like these young chicks who want shoes, and they're like, and you're like, hey, she clearly is with you for that reason. And they're like, yeah, but I'm getting something out of it too. Like
Yeah.
if I thought I was with someone who thought I could help them, I would be so sick. But Chris, man, he is the best. Like I have tested him like I should be in jail. He one day goes, "Are you trying to break me?" You know, he's been through it, and he's my guy. Like
It's like Navy SEAL boot camp.
Yeah, I'm
he's
sure you did that.
Carrying the boat on his head. Well, with Belle?
He's doing push-ups in the
I'm going to
fucking
tell you this
rain.
really weird paradox,
Okay.
which maybe you too suffer from, which is morbidly insecure, and then yet crazy cocky in a relationship. Like I there was no point where I was like with Belle, oh, she's going to leave me or anything. I'm like, once you get to know me, I feel
You're in.
overtly
Good luck
confident.
getting over this.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Your life has been ruined.
I'm embarrassed to admit that,
Yeah,
but I do. I guess I'm nervous to get someone, but if I'm with somebody, I'm not nervous.
I think that's also, well, for me, I feel very confident in who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So once you really get to know me, it makes sense that you would fall in love with me.
Yeah.
But based like, I'm not someone who at a bar, anyone's ever been like, "Excuse me." Hi, I saw you sitting over here. So that initial, I didn't trust that initial attraction. It was just like, what? But, but I did trust it with Chris. Like
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, we just like, because we were friends first, so we knew each other. So when
How did you come to be friends? You
well,
had
no, he
mutual
was actually
friends, or-
cooking. He's a chef, so
Okay.
he was cooking for my family. We were all staying on Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah, and his sister.
It's a very bad power dynamic. I love it.
It was, oh yeah, no, it was hot. It was hot once it happened. But I mean, there were 6 months that we were like, and I thought he was so beautiful and that he was such like a chef from Martha's Vineyard. He's like amazing, like real chef, that I was like, this guy is just like pussy is getting just slung at him day in, day out. And
It is one of those professions where it
Oh my
fulfills some
God.
romantic fantasy where gals are getting,
it's sick.
Yeah.
But it's the kind of fantasy, like it just gets better because now it's just like very practical that I'll be like, I want this exact thing like I had growing up.
I want beef Wellington and a baked Alaska dessert.
Yeah. I'm like, potato latkes. He's like, it's 2 a.m. I'm like, excuse me? It was just Rosh Hashanah, sir. No connection. But so he was just cooking for my family, and it was like and also I thought he was so like attractive that I went really out of my way to make sure he knew I wasn't flirting with him. I'd be like, oh, I haven't like shit in 3 days or something, just really
sexy stuff.
Yeah, just hitting him with the hotness.
Yeah.
And then it was just like this one day, and we kind of were both, it was my best friend's 40th birthday, and he was cooking for it. And it was almost like we threw a party together, not even on purpose, but it was like, oh, this is how we would function as a team.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. And it was like, decisions. He was on the food, I was on the drinks, whatever, like hosting. And then, like the next day it was like, hi.
I weirdly imagine you would have to make the first move.
Yeah. That's not what happened.
Oh, it's not?
No, it was hot.
Oh, wow. What?
It was hot. Yeah, I would love to talk about it.
Yeah.
I've always made the first move, even I think a lot of guys I've been friends with are like, you're not like a sexual person to me, and then I'm like, but I can be. Watch this move. And I'm so lazy. I was probably just like, can you come in here?
My pants are
Can you
off.
burp me? My clit
Just so you
itches.
know, my pants are off and my clit itches terribly.
That's a really good one. My clit itches. But I was walking back to like give my dog a bone.
Oh, Jesus,
not a euphemism.
Right.
And I'm like holding a bone, and he came up behind me and he put his arms around my waist and he kissed my neck. Came up behind me. And I was like, okay. Yeah. And it was just
PQs galore.
Yeah, big time.
so then
PQs.
from there we went on a lot of dates and got to know each other, and then eventually I was comfortable. No, not that night. We obviously fucked.
Do you think do you remember sending a very clear signal that evening that was like, I'm open for a rear entry kiss on the neck?
No, I was still like, I'm not sure
Oh,
what's
Ooh, I
up.
really like this.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, we had actually like kind of made a decision to not.
Right.
Because I asked.
You don't want to fuck up the good source of food you had.
True.
You had to
It's
really
so
prioritize.
hard to find a good.
I want to fuck. I think he'd be good in bed, but a lot of people can fuck.
Is this
Very
gonna
few
mess
people
with
can
my
cook.
pancake consumption.
Yeah.
No, I had asked his sister. I was like, hey, I think I have feelings for your brother. If that is a real bummer to you, I can totally not pursue it. And she, I think, was probably still, even though I said that, afraid for her job.
Yeah.
So she gave me his number, and I immediately called him. And so she didn't even talk to him. And he answered the phone by going, do you think this is a good idea? And I go, like, maybe I'm calling you about a recipe, or like, who said
The arrogance.
I know, but I was like, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah. Still
And then-
itchy as hell.
And then we're like, yeah, let's just be friends, whatever. And I was like talking about other guys in front of him, and then
You know what I wonder now that I'm talking to you? Because so much of your material has been sexual.
Yeah.
It's so great. I love it.
like, what's she going to talk about now? This slut isn't slutting around anymore.
I wonder, because I did this one time to Sarah Silverman, and I consider her a friend. And even as a friend, I felt weird when I walked away. Like she had been on Stern, and I forget what sexual thing she said.
Okay.
But then I ran into her, and I went directly into like, oh my God, I love that thing
bit.
about
Yeah.
sex, right? And I would imagine that because you talk about sex so much and you're comfortable with it, and
Yeah.
for a guy, it's unique
Sure.
to hear a woman talk about
Right,
it so
yeah.
openly and candidly that I
Less
imagine
unique
a lot.
now, but, it's,
It's still unique.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that invites a lot of unwanted sex talk with guys.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't?
No.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah, I think people can tell, like, and also I think you can tell if somebody's bringing things up to you for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
But I have like male friends that I can totally talk about sex with, and it's not.
But like strangers, do like strange dudes feel
No.
like they're entitled to?
That's a fear I had as well.
Yeah.
But that has not been the case at all. Which is
did-
great, because I thought it was going to be that way too. But I think they can tell, like, if you're at all intelligent, you could tell, like, that's me talking about it on stage. And then, but people will feel that people cross boundaries with me, but just with being too comfortable, or like going to immediately give me a hug or something, or touch
Yeah.
me, but not, no sort of sexual, actually, now that we're really thinking about it, it's hurting my feelings. Like, why? I'm just walking around. Hi, I respect you as a comedian. I'm just like, ugh. No, but it really hasn't been the case.
Again, I carry around a lot. I've definitely felt weird about that thing I said to Sarah. I've done this a few times where I've said weird shit.
But Sarah also, like, she's one of my favorites, and I love her, but she has
yes.
the capacity that she can make you feel uncomfortable if she wants to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, there's one other thing I was curious. Well, there's about 100 other things, but one thing I want to talk about is, so you were class clown. I was class clown. I like that we share that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
It does say a lot. You do feel connected to someone.
You really do, because it is a very specific role you take, for better
we were
or
both
worse.
clowns.
Wait, you mean officially, like your superlative was class clown?
Yeah.
Got it.
Like, it doesn't say funniest. It says clown.
Yeah, fucking
You
clown.
were a fucking clown.
And I probably
you spent
would.
years being a fucking clown.
I'd be most accurately described, because I don't even know how honed my comedic skills were. I was
Right.
just a fucking disturbance in the class.
There you
mostly.
go.
Yeah.
Well, I also got teacher's worst nightmare.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
They didn't have that distinction in my mock election,
Yeah.
but I'm sure I would have gotten it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a really fun thing. Is Belle knew you somehow when you were young, Kristen,
Yes.
right?
She dated my
Kevin,
best
Matt,
friend.
Kevin?
Kevin and Kate were both over here last night. We were
Oh, they
watching
were?
90 Day Fiance. So his younger
Kristen's boyfriend
sister
of 5
Kate,
or 6 years.
yeah, her younger sister Kate was one of my best friends in college, and we continue to be best friends now. And it's just so funny, because I remember, and it was like they were dating, and it was kind of like, so Kate and I were barely friends freshman year of college, and at Towson in Baltimore, and Kate was like, everyone's kind of like, what are you doing? Like, she was my friend through another friend who was just kind of like, hi, and they were like, is anyone doing anything for spring break? And people were like, we're going to Mexico, like just some dumb shit.
Yeah.
And then they were like, well, Kate's going to LA. And I was like, oh, really? I've never been to LA. And I like went to her and I was like, hey, I heard you're going to LA for spring break. Can I come with you? We weren't even friends. And she was like, I have to think about it. Like, I don't know you. And I was like, okay, cool, but I am coming. And so we went. We stayed on Kevin's floor. It was like a big time for Sunset, you know, like it was like Sky Bar and Saddle Ranch, where like it was hot. Dublin's, you know, we were like going in these places and we were so ugly and so young. We just had no business there. And, you know, and
Aren't you glad you had that corny
I'm
experience?
So glad. Oh my God. We saw Vince Vaughn, I think, in every bar. You know, like there was an era. Like we saw Vince Vaughn at Trecaderos, like 18 years old.
Sure.
Just fucked up looking. And Kevin.
Did you love him? I loved him.
Who?
Vince.
Oh yeah. Are you serious? And he was with the guy with the red hair from his movies?
Cole Hauser.
Cole Porter.
Cole Porter.
I was in love with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but
and Cole Hauser was a babe too in that era.
Oh yeah, Cole Hauser was also pretty cute. No, Cole Hauser, like there's not a hole that he wouldn't have been very welcome in. Sure. But I think at the time, like I registered like probably more as like a stapler than a woman. Like it was kind of like, who's this like barback talking to us? So
registered as a stapler.
We stayed on her brother's floor. He lived like near the Man's Chinese Theater, and he was a PA on the Man Show.
Oh,
and
right.
We just like Kate and I just ate Jack in the Box, and we became really good friends.
And was Kristen around?
So Kristen was not around. I think they were like, maybe she was out of town or something, but
she was probably shooting Veronica Mars in San Diego.
And yeah, so it was like Kevin's dating this chick who's about to be really famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she got really famous.
And then we ran into each other at Bonnaroo.
Was I on mushrooms?
I don't know. I had such a good time.
We had so much fun.
It was
running
so
all around,
fun,
laughing.
I generally hate anything with crowds.
Sure.
Like it seems like the word, like people that go to Coachella sounds terrible,
vile.
But we had to go to Bonnaroo to promote a movie.
Working. Yeah, you guys had a movie there,
and then it was fucking awesome.
We had the best time
because it's just in a green field.
Yeah, and we had those artist passes where like we got to pretend like we were musicians.
Yeah,
and go kind of wherever. Most shows you could go like on stage basically.
We saw Foster the People when they had that breakout hit.
Yeah. Pumped Up Kicks, which is about shootings. Let's not think about that. Kristen like loved this artist. What's her name? Bluegrass. Sarah Watkins.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so she introduced me to that. We went and saw her in like this little tent, and yeah,
you just reminded me, like, you know, when you're in a relationship, it's like nothing's 100% success between you. It's like there's a compromise along the way at all. So even Bonnaroo, it was like I sat through 3 or 4 fiddlers, and you just reminded me of it, and I kept going like, my move in that situation is like, you want something to drink? Like I just want to go get in a line.
Do you want me to go get a churro? Okay.
Yeah. Do you want me to go move the car in the parking lot and see if there's a closer spot?
The tractor trailers.
Yeah, so I spent a lot of time like standing in a line and then getting up there and realizing I didn't need anything
Nothing.
or that. Yeah.
You get to the front and you're like, that'll be all.
I was already holding a tray of snacks I got like an hour before.
You guys were fun. It's also kind of rare to hang out with a couple and have it be fun. Seemed weird. You know? Yeah. And you guys were so fun.
We were having a really good time.
Yeah, you guys are a cool couple. You're funny. I thought your dynamic was really funny.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
Yeah, and you really deliver in real life.
I bring it.
We know comedians.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. I almost respect it more.
It's like hit and miss.
Like I don't do anything extra when I go do something. It's just kind of how I am 24/7.
Right.
But some folks are just like almost morbid.
Yeah.
And then they get on stage and they're spectacular.
I'm also morbid. I mean, actually, like one time there was a New York Times writer who wrote about me that I was melancholy.
Okay.
And I didn't know that about myself. And then I was like, yeah, I guess I am melancholy.
Well, did you feel like it added a dimension to you, like some depth?
Yeah, but it was like depth I didn't know I had. I thought I was like a happy-go-lucky vibe. But no, but I think that's also what people pick up on. Like, you know, there's like an underlying like, morose thing. But like, I want to have fun and laugh all the time.
Yeah. but you know, I don't know what yours comes from. Mine comes from a combination of like middle child, relieving tension, chaotic fucking childhood with step parents and violence and all this stuff, and then
Also
learning
being prone to being funny. You also like are just funny.
right. Yes, you have to be minimally witty, I suppose, or your brain has to work kind of quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's probably a biochemical element.
Yeah.
But then
it's
all
not
these-
all about, I mean, yes, same, had a horrible childhood. Yes.
Yeah.
But,
Check.
Yeah, totally. But, yeah, but also you have to like have that thing that people like want to watch you.
But what I don't subscribe to, which I feel like some comedians I'm friends with do, is
Yeah.
like I don't need that as an engine.
Oh no.
You know, like have you confronted that and gone like, oh yeah, I get it. This is where it comes from, and that doesn't need to be a part of the process for me.
Yeah. No, I don't. I only think about it when someone like asks, you know, when did you know you were funny? You know, I was like,
Do you have a routine, like a checklist that keeps your self-esteem high?
it's pretty short. It's like I literally smile at myself in the mirror.
You do?
And like laugh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I was sick the other day. I was throwing up, and we have these like automatic fancy toilets, and the toilet like just kept closing on my head. I was throwing up. And I was just like, this is exactly what you deserve. Like I was just like, this is a great moment for you.
The best
You're
would be
getting
if
what you deserve.
this spigot came out and just rinsed your mouth
It's right in my eyes.
straight up your
Oh
nose.
my god.
I
But
love
it's like looking in the mirror and like literally smiling at yourself and like being like, you got this, bitch.
Do you exercise?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you find that?
Look at my guns.
Well, they're fucking intimidating
on.
as shit.
Yeah, I do.
My first thought when I saw you in this Nike singlet was to go like, I need to start. I definitely need to incorporate steroids into my daily life.
Let me get my mouth guard out.
I did one time sit at like the MTV Movie Awards 12 years ago. I sat next to Serena Williams.
Good.
And I genuinely felt
I'm not a
emasculated.
Sure.
Like her fucking arms were so much stronger than mine. It was so visible. I find myself like moving away from her when it could have been us in a 2-shot. I'm like, this is going to ruin the 5 girls who like me are going to go like, oh, who's that scrawny little guy next to Serena?
Who's that lady with Serena?
Yeah. I found
Is that her coach?
I found myself pretty attracted to the whole thing. Though. Yeah.
Well, I love that because, and you see, it is more rare. I think you probably know, but when like I really respect her husband too, because when you're with someone that powerful and strong, it's tough for a lot of men to be like, what's my role here?
I love you so much because that was the thing I just wanted to talk last to you about is that even I, who has my own recognizability, if I walk outside and I want to, I could get a little fluff from somebody.
Someone would buy you a Gatorade.
Yes, or send me a
needed one.
drink, whatever. I also make good money.
Sure.
I do way better than I ever dreamt I could have ever done. But my wife makes more money than me.
Sure. She makes
And-
more money than all of us.
And I have to like admit that was a real process for me. I can't escape this thing where it's like, no, I'm the man. I'm supposed to be earning. I'm supposed to be the
Yeah. How do you deal with that?
It was, I think having kids really helped because
cool.
I went from like, oh, people know, like, I guess I found it embarrassing. Like, oh, people know she makes more money than me. They're probably saying like, oh, like, let's say, mind you, we live in a pretty modest house, but let's just say someone came into our big house, which we don't have. I was
So we're
fearful.
thinking of if you had a big house.
Yes, exactly. In a world where we had a big, impressive house.
Okay.
People would come into it and go, oh, she bought this house. Like, that's where my fear.
They might
went.
aggressively tell her, oh my God, Kristen, I love it.
Yeah, they probably would.
I've had people do that. And you're
Oh,
like,
it even happened.
That's dirty.
Even my modest house.
Yeah.
Michael Pena came over
Yeah.
when we were about to do chips. And he's like, oh man, I love this house. Like, and he said something like, did Kristen blank? And I immediately went,
Dick.
I bought this house. She
Yeah.
moved into my house. Like I got defensive.
She was living in fucking squalor.
But I did. I got like really defensive. I'm like, no, I've owned this house long before I met her.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But it's also like, that's like a kind of mean thing to say. I'm sure he didn't mean it.
No. And by the way, if I'm him, that makes the most sense.
Sure.
She's in Frozen. I'm not.
But the thing is, like, this is something else that really comforts me and keeps my confidence in a good place is that everyone is so just thinking about themselves.
And it would really reflect is their own stuff,
Right.
And as I get healthier,
I can tell you, I've never thought that.
you haven't
Never.
but you've never been to our modest house either.
But I would
wait
still
till you
not
walk
think
into the
about it.
stunningly average place. You'll be like, oh my god,
I
Kristen,
don't want to go. No thanks.
Having kids, I thank God was like oh, this isn't about you. You have 2 kids that are going to benefit from the fact that your wife's a huge earner. And also you're terrified of being broke. You think about it nonstop, no matter how much money you get. This is a huge blessing. Are you going to spend your whole life having lived in embarrassment of being bested by your bride? Or are you going to be grateful and so, happy your partner can alleviate the stress?
Good.
So yeah, is that something that you can like be proactively helpful with your, and then you have the added thing of like when you guys go out, everyone's like, oh, Amy, hi. Oh yeah. Hey, Mike, was it right? Does that happen?
I don't know his name.
Yeah.
Well, the way I combat it is I'll, if like we have some nice stuff here, I'll kind of pick something up and I'll be like, do you like this, Chris? I bought this. And then I'll kind of push his nose in it.
And
I'll go, he'll go like, is it hot in here? And then I'll kind of push his head into the AC unit. And I'll go, I bought this. You don't like the temperature in here? Why don't you buy it then? I bought this temperature.
Yeah. The air in this room is mine.
Yeah.
So you can
like
hold
breathing?
your fucking breath.
You like breathing this air? Chris is such an asset to this family.
Yeah.
Like, I am garbage. Like, I feel like I'm like, wow, what am I doing? What am I bringing? I mean, it's really funny. But it just like balances out because I'm like an invalid.
But it's very hard for the male ego.
It's not hard for him, but something's obviously wrong with him.
Yeah.
It's been hard for everyone else I've ever dated.
I can only imagine. Because again, I do my own thing and Anna, we were married. It's not even like we're dating. Like it was very hard for me. And I feel mildly self-actualized and it was incredibly difficult.
Yeah. And if you ask Chris, he'll give you like some whimsical answer. Like he'd be like, no, like I'm really proud of her work. Like he like has a higher voice than I do. He's like Michael Jackson. He's like, no, like I'm just very proud of her, and she worked so hard, and I think she's incredible. And he really like means what he says.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, ew, shut the fuck up. You know,
stop effortlessly being a good human.
I know. I'm like, shut up.
So remember we were at Ellen's birthday party?
Yeah.
Do you get triggered at those things?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Brings
right?
out the worst in me. I can't go anywhere.
Yeah. It's funny. It's going to any of those events. I go, all anyone's going to be thinking is how did Dax get into this thing? Like, what was there a clerical error? Did they mean Zach Braff? No. It's the same.
That's nuts.
Luckily, I'm aware of the pattern, but I go like, no, everyone's going to go wonder why I'm even there. And then on the way home, here's the thing about my ego. I go from self-loathing to megalomania.
Yeah.
Then I leave and I go,
killed at that party.
I do. I leave and I go, oh, everyone liked
Kissing
you.
babies.
It's fucking madness. I'm never in the appropriate zone.
I'm like, everyone's going to be really happy I'm there. And I'm going to leave and they're going to be mad I left.
Oh, you do?
And that's usually how it is.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, people feel like some people are really triggered by it. Like that I can be pretty withholding just because like I want to go home. My whole life, my friends would be like, oh, Amy's your mom going to come pick you up?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, because I like don't want to stay out till 5 a.m. I want to go home. But
it
even
is
like
a superpower.
we were with this couple we hadn't really hung out with. Because like we don't hang out, like someone will be like, well, we should get dinner. And I'll be like, we don't do that.
Right.
Like, I don't want to
Sorry.
do that. Yeah. Like if you want to come over and eat on the couch, then great.
That's kind of our move too. By the way.
Just like the couch is there and it's ready for you.
And I'll be there anyways.
Exactly. Yeah. You know where to find me. But it was like, I would get up and go, like we would go like smoke pot or something or go to the bathroom. And this chick would be like, where are you going? Like you just get up, you never say where you're going. And I was like, okay. No, that is kind of nuts, right? That's not like...
No, that's crazy.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, I'm going to the bathroom. And then like, when we would hang out with them, I'd started being like, I'm getting up to go to the bathroom.
And I'm not coming back.
Yeah. And you'll never see me
I'm
again.
going to pee,
I'm
but
your
I
mom.
also have not ruled that I might shit.
Yeah.
It's like I feel
Do you want me to
60%.
text you if like a turtle head happens?
If I
or-
upgrade it from a 1 to a 2.
A 1 to a 3.
But what are you going to do next? I guess is my question. Or
Like
not
my
even
life?
what not even if you know, but do you like I Feel Pretty, I feel like was a movie you obviously should have made.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's really cool that you did that because you could have, there's so many well-worn blueprints for what you should or shouldn't
Right.
do. And you did something that obviously specifically you're like, oh, I need to
This
tell
could be
this.
good.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love the conversation that you opened, by the way, because I'm obsessed with
Oh, good.
self-esteem. And it's really, people need to know you make a decision.
It's in your head. It's
You're
all in
never
your
going to get a
goddamn head.
compliment that makes you feel good permanently.
No,
Nothing's ever
exactly.
going to happen from the outside.
It's so painful and it's really exhausting because even some of my best friends really struggle with it.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, just like stop wasting your time. If I looked like you, I would have AIDS. You look so like, stop it.
yeah.
I would truly not want to be an ounce more attractive. That's the truth. Not an ounce. Even at this level, it's like I can wear no makeup, go on the subway and like kind of hide. I don't mean as a famous person. I mean as a woman.
Right.
Like I can pretty much, I mean, there's still like the real warrior men out there who will still find a way to like check out your ass and be like, yeah. And you're like, I look homeless. Are you serious? But like, you know, being a woman sucks. It's very difficult. And it's something else that we've all realized is like that we are like sexualized all the time, even when, you know, even when it seems crazy.
Yeah.
So like, I feel really bad for these girls who are so hot because guys can't handle it. You can't have a conversation. Everything's going to skew sexual. And you're going to be treated differently. And honestly, like I actually feel really bad for them. But then there's also like women who feel so unattractive that they're just invisible. And that seems
it's
like,
one or the other. There's like no sweet spot for it.
Right. Yeah. So it just sucks anyway. But I really wouldn't. Yeah. I would not change a fucking thing.
I was just telling these guys, it just so happens that there is someone in my orbit currently that does seem to be in love with me. And for one of the first times ever,
Not your wife,
I feel
of course,
like,
right?
no, she's long disinterested.
She's gone.
Yeah, I'm invisible.
She's living in Tahoe.
But this person seems to be in love with me. And I have not had this experience often where it's like, I finally know what it's like to be a woman in that, like any little excuse. It's like, I'll like, I use a hair shampoo that has a fragrance. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, your hair smells like blank. And now we got to talk about how my hair smells. And every day it's some little like a crack to get
little
this
things
claw in.
They really,
and it gets so tedious. Like I'm just waiting for it to come. Like, what will it be today?
the only thing that's so funny that you're feeling like,
I know. And I actually now have a ton of sympathy for,
you know, and it's like, forget about that. Like that just sucks. And that feels really gross. And sometimes it's like a doctor, you know, who it can just do a little too much, be a little inappropriate, like a couple unnecessary touches, or, you know, it's all these things. And so now it feels like it's up to each person when it happens to say that makes me really uncomfortable. And it feels
that's hard to do. Yeah.
It's really hard to do. But the thing that's making me do it now is what we've realized this year, which is I'm not going to be the last chick that comes in here. Maybe what I'm doing will help the next
someone
people
with
come in
less
here.
confidence or less capital.
Yeah, because like forget about being uncomfortable. Like women, like we're scared. Women are mostly scared of violence because, you know, 1 in 6 women reports being sexually assaulted, but really it's 1 in 3 women. So we're not even like, is this going to happen? We're just like, when?
Waiting.
Right.
We run, like from New York, if I take the subway, like women, we run home at night, you know?
I thought you were all jogging.
No.
You guys don't give a fuck about
we're
cardiovascular health.
Seriously, like women, we put like the key in between like our 2 fingers and our knuckle. Like we're going to be able to do something with that.
Again, always thought someone just found their car. Like, oh, they got their key out.
No, we live in constant fear of violence, honestly. And, you know, just the feeling that we have all day walking past a guy sitting alone on a bench, you're just bracing yourself. And I think that's something men don't really understand, and or they might treat us a little different.
Not on the level, but guys too are also very afraid of violence, and they're walking around waiting for a guy to fuck with them.
Well, they found that men are mostly afraid of ridicule. Like studies show that that's their, like the way we fear violence, they fear ridicule.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I think is really funny.
Yeah.
Because like to sympathize with men, like, oh my God, that sounds so hard. Like, do you run home because you're afraid of fucking somebody?
If you were in my high school, there's 10 badasses,
Yeah.
and all the dudes are terrified of them. Every time you walk by them in the hallway, you're like, oh, is this going to be the day they fucking shove my head into a locker? So it's like,
and that
it's
sucks,
not
but
nearly
it's
as
not the
bad.
same. And you're not going to get raped, like usually,
right?
You know, and we're almost definitely.
Well, I was
gonna
molested
get
by a
raped.
man, so
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually knew that.
yeah.
I wanted to talk about that.
totally-
We're out of time.
Yeah. Well, that's my little pet peeve is that like we're all victims of all this darkness. Now, there's definitely degrees of it.
It's so much worse for women.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also,
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah.
It is so much worse for women as a whole.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's never fun.
We were just talking about this the other day. That remember, I was like, I went on a run, and the whole time I'm on a run, it's like it's just constantly looking and protecting yourself. And I was like, men just don't do that. They're just out on a run.
No, and they don't. You know, they don't realize that we do
are doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like a lot of scenarios, where you wouldn't even think about it.
Yeah.
It's like we are terrified. Yeah.
Yeah, the example that we heard on a podcast that Belle always references, which is so true, is like, if you're a woman, you get on an elevator. Every time you get on an elevator, there's someone in the elevator generally that is about twice your size
Just
and
like
twice your
sniffing for your
strength.
puss.
Hasn't fucked in a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and just knowing that you could be overpowered by somebody next to you is just a unique feeling
Yeah.
for women that men don't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It fucking sucks.
I love-
But it's cool to just like, for people to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
That's part of our everyday experience.
Yeah. Yeah. And I look forward to what you make next because you're obviously going to keep making shit,
Well,
right?
I made a clothing line.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
It's called Le Cloud. I made it with Lisa Evans, who has worked with, I think you and definitely Kristen. I'm forgetting Sarah Marshall. It's really comfy, and
It
it's
is.
for it goes up to size 25. It's like I think 70. It's like $70 to like 200 is for like a coat. So it's it's not like
So it's
real
like
cheap,
all day wear.
day to night.
Day
it's
to
like
night.
these like forever pieces that people have. It's called Le Cloud. Yeah, I'm really excited. I feel really good about it. I feel like it'll give women, just make them feel more empowered and comfortable to like achieve.
And do you have it all in your closet? Do you get to
Yeah.
wear shit that you made?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
It's good
really
because it's
cool,
like,
right?
when you pack to go somewhere, you're like I pack that stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's when I know something's real.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
And how long does it take to design a line?
It's Lisa Evans.
Okay.
Yeah, we've done all the movies together. Like, she's been my stylist for years, and she really changed how I felt about myself.
She did.
Yeah, because in fittings, you would go in and the costume department, like they'd make you feel like your body was like bad and wrong.
Yeah.
If something didn't look good. But the way the clothes are made, they like she always references like she's only seen one person with like those mannequin shoulders. Like Rose Byrne is like the one woman alive that has like those mannequin. So it's like nothing fits right. These companies just try and guess, and then you have to like kind of tailor stuff a little bit. And
Yeah.
you can go, and she shops for me from like Forever 21 and H&M, and it doesn't have to be like some,
Fancy.
rich. So I just wanted to give other people what she gave me of like
Yeah.
being able to feel good in clothes and feel like you're worth it to feel good and that you can look good and feel good.
I love you, Amy. I really,
so much.
really am grateful that you would let us come to your house and make time.
Thank you so
I know
much
you're
for
busy.
coming to my house. All right. I love you guys.
All right.
Thank you so much.
And now my favorite part of the show, the fact check with my soulmate, Monica Padman. Hey, so we left Amy's apartment and we took a long walk. We walked to 30 Rock afterwards, and I felt really shitty for a couple blocks.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really like wrestling with the idea of like, God, what did I do wrong in that conversation? I know I did something wrong, and it took me a couple blocks, but then I admitted to you and Rob what I thought I had done.
Yeah.
And the conclusion I came to was that by me kind of hijacking, I guess for lack of a better word, with my experience with men, and that we're all threatened by men, and it applies to all of us and this and that, and then my own experience. I was doing, what occurred to me is I was doing exactly what the people who were a part of the All Lives Matter movement were guilty of.
Yep.
And if you're not familiar with that, Black Lives Matter is a movement. And then some people in response said, no, all lives matter. And then appropriately, black folks said, you know what? It's a fucking given that white lives matter.
Exactly.
That's evident on the front page of every newspaper. We know that if a white person dies, it matters.
Yep.
What's not obvious is that our lives matter too. So just shut up. And I very much agree with that message.
Yeah.
And I realized I was kind of doing all lives matters by my point of view.
By talking about the plight of men.
Yeah.
In response to the plight of women.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, I was thinking of it as the plight of humans,
Yeah.
but yes, you're dead right. And so I felt kind of crummy for a couple days, but then we got back into town and I got this text from Amy, and I'm going to read it to you with her permission. She asked that I include this part too. So I felt crappy, and then I get this text that says, "Hi, honey child. I realized that when you told me you had been molested, I minimized your pain, and I am so sorry. She then goes into what happened to her personally that I don't think I should read out loud. But she said, I didn't leave the room for you, and that's not cool. I'm so sorry that happened to you. This is a moment where we have some movement and eyes opening about the female experience, and my instinct is to shut it down when a guy says me too, but it's really unfair. I'm really sorry. And I told her I think the sexiest thing someone can do is apologize, and I was just really blown away that she would have done that and that she felt bad too. And
Okay, so did you tell her?
yeah, I then responded with everything I just said, which I realized
Okay.
I was doing the All Lives Matter thing. And she said, I'm glad we're talking about this and that we, didn't just walk away and leave it at that. And I said, I'm planning on sharing my side of it. And she said, well, please share my side of it too. So anyways, that's how that all got worked out. And I think it's really fantastic that she was open-minded to hearing my apology. And I wasn't even upset with her. So anyways.
Yeah. I was very impressed that you came to that conclusion on our walk. I did not. No, not in a.
I know.
I think most people are not thinking about it enough to come to a different conclusion. And I was proud of you.
Thank you. I felt crappy.
Well,
It's so weird,
you felt crappy, but what comes after that is evolution.
Mm-hmm.
And that was good.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to stop doing that, basically. I realize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just also identifying what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're doing it in the moment, you don't think you're doing that. You do think you're just speaking for humanity as a whole.
Right,
And not
which no one
understanding
asked me to do.
But also, it feels counterintuitive that would ever be detrimental to
Right.
another group, but it is weirdly.
Well, I think I do. I try to relate to people to a fault. Sometimes
I think you want to be in all the groups.
I want to be in all the groups.
Yeah, that's part
and
of
I
it.
want to relate to everybody. And I want the person to feel like I know what they're saying, like I really understand what they're saying. But, that's just my own thing I need to overcome on some level. Some of it's good.
It's
about 80% is good.
the
then it's
instinct's wonderful.
20% is too much.
Yeah.
That's all right, though.
There's also a way to do it where you do share your experience and you do say that you have empathy for it while also recognizing I'll never really know what your experience is specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's okay too. You can still relate and recognize that
Yeah.
they're going through something completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was proud of you.
Thank you. All right. Now, this is going to be an awkward transition, but I want to do it because someone suggested a fantastic fact check song. And I
Okay.
wrote it down. And when someone, when they come up with a good one, I want to deliver.
Let's hear it.
I do my fact checking at night so I can.
Oh.
I don't know the rest of the words, but that's good,
That was
isn't it?
good. Yeah. I like the requests.
Yeah. Do you know that song? I wear my sunglasses at night so I can. You're getting better at looking at me while I sing.
Well, I didn't. Thank you. I didn't know those were the words.
Well, the real words are I wear my sunglasses.
Right. I didn't know those were the real words.
Oh, but you did recognize the melody.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Uh-huh.
Sticky melody.
You did it.
All right. What kind of facts did we get into?
Oh, well, I wanted to say that you alluded in the Seth Meyers fact check to a moment where I was intimidated by somebody, and that was her.
Oh, right.
That was this episode and this woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very intimidated.
She's a force
by
of
her.
nature.
Yeah, I was trying to dissect later why. Also, sometimes I'm just like, why are we thinking all the time? Like, why can't we just leave and not think about it?
Yeah, just do the thing and then do the next thing.
Yeah.
Like the next 2 blocks after her house, I missed everything. Because all I was thinking about was like how I shit the bed on that conversation. You were thinking about that you were intimidated by her. Thank God Wobby Wob had his fucking eyes open because we saw John Oliver on his phone.
That's
which
true.
Wobby Wob pointed out.
Yeah. I guess Wobby Wob is the only one not in his head.
He's living on cloud 9. He feels great after we leave all these things. Because he doesn't really, he doesn't fuck up. Like, you know.
Yeah, but either do you and either do I. Yeah. I mean, I wish you had said that, not me, because I don't even believe it. But
no, you never fuck up.
Yes, I do.
No.
And
well, you did say Daryl.
I can't believe I did that.
You really wet your pants on that one. It was. Maybe we're
do
like.
You want to know something you do?
Yes.
That I've noticed that I've been keeping to myself, and that I don't think anyone has noticed. But you say, and maybe you're doing this on purpose. You say addict.
Oh, that we're in an addict?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
What is it? Addict?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right.
You say it so with a very clear T.
Light on in the addict.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a Shel Silverstein book of poems.
Addict.
I
think maybe it's because you say the word addict a lot.
It makes now that you're saying it, it makes total sense why every time I spell it, it gets auto-corrected. I'm probably adding an ED or a T or a Z or an 8.
Anyway, I didn't mean to transfer my faux pas onto you. I said Daryl, and it's really embarrassing.
It's great. Well, you said it twice, which is my favorite. My favorite. Daryl.
It doesn't seem like it's Daryl.
That one really got you somehow.
It's hard for me to say Daryl Hammond.
Yeah, because you're ahead of yourself, and the D on that's me and Ted Danson.
Ted Danson.
Yeah,
I can do that one. That one I won. Daryl Hammond. Yeah, that's really hard.
Hammond.
Daryl. Yeah.
The best part is I go, I think you're saying Daryl, and you go, no, I'm not saying Daryl.
Because when you said it did sound absurd. Like I would never be saying Daryl Hammond.
Right. There's no one called Daryl.
You know
Hammond.
why? Because when I want to say Daryl Hammond.
Right.
That's what I want.
Daryl Hammond.
Yeah.
Hammond.
It is. Well, anyway. Yes, I was intimidated by her because she is not concerned. She is not concerned about being nice.
She's not a people pleaser.
I think she might be. She just does it in a different way.
Which is interesting though, because you hate people that are nice.
I don't hate people.
Everyone that knows you knows this. You hate people that are nice.
I don't hate people that are nice, but one, I don't believe in nice. Like I don't think that's a real quality that people have. And it's definitely not something I'm like looking for in a person. Like if someone's like, "Oh, you should meet this person. They're so nice." I'm like, I don't care about that. Like I don't need people to be nice.
But you needed her to be nice.
I did. I wanted her to make me. I felt so insecure. That's what it was. I felt really insecure.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it made me feel unsafe. And I wanted her to be nice.
You.
Yeah. She, by the way, she was so nice. Like she was very kind.
She had scones out for us.
But I was, because she just made me insecure because she's so.
I'm really glad you got there. I wouldn't have forced you to get there, but I'm really proud of you. I'm proud of you now.
Oh, good.
What? I am.
I know. Yeah.
Can I be nitpicky?
Sure.
She didn't make you insecure. You were insecure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't say she made me.
You did. But you're going to regret this now, too. You said she made me insecure.
She made me feel insecure is maybe what I said.
Well, she also didn't
She
make
didn't
you
do
feel.
anything. Well, that's where I disagree with you.
No, she didn't make you feel insecure. You felt insecure. She can't make you feel anyway.
Well, look, stop.
Okay.
First of all, she didn't do anything to make me feel insecure or small or anything. Mm-hmm. But I felt insecure in her presence. However, I do not think what your general mantra about that is true. I think there are things people can do to you that are pointed that are meant to make you feel small and insecure and whatever it is. She did not do that.
People can do that. They can say something that is mean or offensive or cutting. But if you're a megalomaniac, you won't feel anything. You can only feel that way if you have that insecurity. So they're quite irrelevant in the equation. Yes.
I disagree with you on this.
Anybody could say to me, you're too short. It would never, ever have an effect on me because I don't have a fear of that.
That to me is not a good example because that's not a thing anyone would say to you to make you feel bad about yourself. I like give a real life example. There is if someone is talking to me with the intent to hurt my feelings, it's going to.
No, I'll give you. I can debunk this in a second. It's all about that person's status. So if you're walking down the street and a homeless dude in a sleeping bag with a huge boil on his forehead says you're ugly.
Yeah.
You're not going to feel
Yes,
ugly.
I would.
Okay.
Yes, I would. I understand that you might not have that same reaction, but I would.
Okay.
I wouldn't let it like ruin my life, or I wouldn't probably be thinking about it all for a week. But
the point is that the reaction you have to something is yours. You have to own that, and you can control that. There are ways that you can control that. You can become impervious to those things. If you have 100% self-esteem, there isn't something that someone could say to you that would make you feel bad about yourself. You love yourself and you feel good about yourself, and you would recognize immediately, oh, that's that person's thing. That person feels small, so they're trying to make me feel small so that they feel big. And you'd see it for exactly what it was, and you would feel no way. They couldn't make you feel that way.
you can still recognize that that's what's happening and still feel the thing that they are trying to make you feel. And by the way, no one has 100% self-esteem. No one on planet Earth does.
You're right. But if you can imagine the scenario where someone does, you then can work backwards and go like, oh, it's really it's really my thing. Now, I agree with you. People can say mean things. They're objectively mean, or they're objectively trying to make you feel like shit.
Patronizing, yeah.
But again, someone that's really feeling great about themselves could see that thing that they just said wasn't about you. It was about them. And if you can really know that in a moment, I can't do that all the time, but sometimes I can see, oh, that person's really insecure. They said that to me to try to elevate them above me, and it has no effect. When I can recognize that, I'm like, oh, that doesn't even affect me. So that's what I mean is that your feelings. I think I think the more you own your own feelings, the better.
I think that's true, but I also recognize the reality of life and that we aren't your feelings don't exist in a vacuum or a bubble, and they also shouldn't. Like that is how you connect with other humans. It's okay to let other people affect you in good ways, and the converse of that is there might affect you in bad ways too.
Sure, but I think it's very cancerous in a relationship. So to phrase things that you hurt my feelings, you made me mad. You did this. You say what's objectively true. You said I don't like your nose. I felt very ugly and insecure.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
then that person has an opportunity to go, well, hold on. I'm so sorry. That's the last thing I would want you to feel as ugly and insecure. I'm super hot for big pronounced noses. That was a compliment. Like if you phrase it that way, you at least have the option of finding out what the person's intentions are. But if you just say you made me, now the person's just defensive, and then you're fighting about what the person intended to do to you, and you'll never end up anywhere.
Right.
So I just imagine you and Amy Schumer in a relationship, and I would just want you to say to her,
Okay, my semantics were off. I felt insecure.
yeah, well, I'm very proud of you for saying that.
Thank you.
Is this conversation making you feel insecure?
No, it's not. Now we just spent so much time talking about the semantics of how you say that I didn't really even get to say that I felt insecure because she has this enviable quality. Oh my God, what is that?
Someone's getting after a dirt bike outside.
It sounds like an elephant is out there. She has a very enviable quality of not appearing like she needs your approval. She's not like trying to be sugary and nice to get it.
Right.
And that's a fantastic quality to have.
I agree. I aspire to that.
Okay, so she said 95% of art hanging in museums is made by men.
Okay.
So work by women artists makes up only 3 to 5% of major permanent collections in the US and Europe, and 34% in Australian state museums. So yeah, so she's right.
So I wonder if Australia must have like mandated.
Maybe. Or maybe they're just
more
better.
Huh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they had more
my art.
women.
You watch me. What if I immediately learn no less and I go, well, my art's not hanging in a museum either. I can relate to those women. My art's not hanging in a museum either.
0% of my art's in museums.
So you guys are 5% better than me.
I wonder if Australians, I don't know enough about Australian history, if they have more women in their like parliament or whatever they have.
Right.
What do they have? I don't even know.
Yeah, parliament. I don't know. They were part of the Commonwealth, or still are. I feel like they would have a parliament.
Yeah.
It's shameful we don't know that.
I know.
But they did have women's suffrage before us. I do believe that. Although they were a little later on gay marriage, so I feel good about that. You know, it's all
it's give and take.
Yeah.
I had that thought when we were in New York. I was with Kristen in New York, and Kristen spoke at the General Assembly at the UN, and she was speaking, and there was this other French singer there. Her name was Luann, and I forget her last name, which is a part of this story. She's a famous singer in France, and I was like, who is this? Like, who is this person? And we were looking her up, and she was a beautiful singer. She was like a 21-year-old or something. She was so young and sweet. And she knew Kristen, obviously.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, we are so, like, none of us know Luann. No one knew her in America.
Right.
And all of the French people know Kristen.
But you know what's funny is you feel bad about that. And so that's something Kristen would feel bad about too. But I don't feel bad about that at all. Not at all. I'll tell you why. We lead the world in entertainment. It's just that simple. If you look at the international box office, we're making all the movies. So no matter what country you're in, you're watching American movies. That's not our fault. If French movies and French songs were popular around the world or here, we would know about it. We know Mercedes-Benz, they make a very popular car. We know what's popular worldwide, just like everyone else knows what's popular. I don't feel any guilt about that. I feel bad about not knowing anyone else's history. That's pretty shameful.
Well, I just think, part of it is language.
Right.
Like, we don't know what she's saying, so we're not going to, play it on the radio. But most other countries teach people English. Many.
They certainly do. Also, all those movies are dubbed into French. I've been overseas and heard myself speaking Italian, which is a very exciting experience.
Yeah, that's true. But most other countries most people know at least a rudimentary level of English.
Yeah.
And we don't.
But again, I'll just say this. This is where someone like Eric and Brett Weinstein would point out. All humans have to be incentivized for anything. People don't just do things out of the goodness of their heart all day long. They have a finite amount of time and they have people depending on them, and people do things they're incentivized to do. So a lot of these countries are incentivized to learn English so they can have commerce. I mean, that's what it's for. Or they have a huge tourism with English speaking people. So it's like, it's not like they're doing it out of the goodness of their heart. They're not better people than us. They just are incentivized to learn English.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my take on it.
I think that's probably true, but it leads to, I think, an openness and a diversity, a more
egocentrism on our part, I think, for sure.
Yeah, but on their part, it leads to better things. I think, to have more of a widespread knowledge of other countries and what's going on and diversity and this and that.
Sure.
Which I don't think we have.
But again, we know every American knows the leader of Russia. We don't know the leader of Thailand because one poses a big threat to us. So in the US, and if you want to get critical of us, we pose a big threat to everyone. So I just think, it's very relevant to know the leaders in a bit of history about the countries that are having dramatic sway over the global trajectory. So
but China is, and we do not know very much. I don't think the average person on the street could tell you who is ruling China.
I totally agree with you. But we generally will have, we'll know, we'll know England's prime minister, we know that.
Some people.
We'll know the leaders in the Middle East. Because we're scared. I know Ahmadinejad or whatever, who was the Iranian president. I know about the Ayatollah Khomeini, and I know about people that have a potential impact on my life. And I think generally all people around the world are apprised of who could impact their life.
But I think if that's really the case, then we would know more about
China,
probably
that's a big,
India, things that where the technology boom is really happening, and they're the ones that are really a threat to us, to our status,
our economic superiority, Well, and they're the two second, third biggest markets, or first and third biggest markets for selling goods. There's probably some smart Americans that do speak Chinese, Mandarin, Cantonese, because they want to do business. They're incentivized.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to clarify this story about Kevin, because I think it gets confusing. Kevin is Kristen's ex-boyfriend of 5 years.
5.5 years, yeah.
Yeah, and Kevin's sister was and is best friends with Amy. So it gets kind of muddy in the story, so people are sort of confused. That's the thing.
Okay.
That's the web. The redheaded guy from the Vince Vaughn movies, Cole Hauser, you said, yeah, right? He's in my favorite movie.
Yes, he's in Good Will Hunting.
He's one of the 4.
I saw a scene the other day that was on TV, and I noticed he was in there.
Yeah.
Which was interesting because he was very much in the Vince Vaughn pack.
Well, see, so yeah, that's what she said and you said. And then I was looking at IMDb to see, and then all I saw that he was in was the breakup.
Right, but he hung with him. He was like a part of the crew,
Got
Vance,
it.
Peter,
but he wasn't in
Cole
all his
Hauser.
movies.
No.
Okay.
No,
okay.
he was just bros with him.
I see.
Yeah.
So you said you saw Foster the People at Bonnaroo, and they just had their breakout hit, Pumped Up Kicks. So then you did that.
Okay.
That is not Pumped Up Kicks.
Oh,
What
okay.
you are whistling. that is Young Folks.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I wonder which song was a hit when I saw them.
I know. Maybe you didn't see Foster the People.
Do they sing Pumped Up Kicks?
They sing Pumped Up Kicks. And the melody does sound kind of similar.
Okay. But
I feel
thing.
certain that's the song. That's called Young Folks, and it's by Peter, Bjorn, and John.
Okay.
Also, one of the drunkest moments of my life involved Peter, Bjorn, and John.
How?
Not really. I mean, it's not a story worth telling, really, but I got so drunk.
Plastered?
By major accident. I did not intend. It wasn't like a big party. I went to Busby's.
Oh, wow.
My friend Rachel.
We love her.
Love Rachel. My old roommate Rachel used to love Busby's. And
Is that a sports bar?
Yeah.
It
in Los
sure
Angeles.
sounds like one.
Yeah.
I'd torch the place if it wasn't a sports bar named Busby's. Should be called Boners.
It might as well be, yeah.
They were probably
I really don't mean to hate on it, especially because they have they have a nostalgic love for it. Rachel and my friend Lizzie. So anyway, they went a lot, and I wasn't a huge fan.
Right.
But I
You
went.
preferred boners across the
I
street.
did. I
Because they played
did.
more Georgia games.
It was more just like straight cut to the chase at boners. Anyway, I got so drunk, and Anthony and I were in the car. We were going home, and I guess that's like when the drunk sort of hit. And this isn't a good story because I was so drunk I barely remember what happened, but I guess there was some billboard or maybe that song was on, and he was trying to say Pete, Bjorn, and John, and I couldn't understand what he was saying, and then I think I kept saying Bjork, like thought it was Bjork.
Okay.
And
Were
there
you
was
arguing
a
with
lot
him?
of confusion, and I think that was when he realized how drunk I was.
And you were driving.
He was driving.
I'm
Oh my
teasing.
God.
I'm teasing.
Oh my God. Anyway, I'll probably cut that out because it doesn't make sense, but it was a very strange. It was a very strange.
Snuck up on you.
I think I was.
Do you think you were
everyone
roofied?
thinks this when they get too drunk, but I really think I was slipped something because I didn't have very much.
One of my most regrettable moments was Bree thought she had been slipped something, and I just thought she got too drunk. It was later revealed that a guy that was going to those parties got caught for slipping people. Now, and I was like, who would slip you something? We were clearly together. Like, what's the guy think is going to happen? And then in retrospect, I should have probably believed her.
I know, but
It's weird. It's tricky.
It's hard to because you
It's a
really
judgment
don't
call.
know.
You
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
Don't know.
No.
But I was.
Okay. Great.
You talk about your small house on this episode.
My small house.
Yeah, that you have a house that's pretty small and manageable, and like you're proud of that.
Right.
And I asked you, does it bother you that you're, and I think everyone knows this because we talk about this on the podcast, that you're moving into a new house and that house is not as small as your current house.
Yeah, it bothers me.
Yeah.
Yeah. The trade-off for me is that the yard's really big.
Yeah.
And to me, like that's value. Having a big yard, that's worth it. Having a big house seems like a little ostentatious or flashy.
Right.
But like a yard is like, that's your life. You're like playing ball in the backyard
Totally.
with the girls, all that stuff. So,
And I don't, by the way, I don't think it's ostentatious or crazy to have a nice house when you can afford it at all. I
well, I think having more than you would use. I've been to many people's houses where I know like 60% of that house, no one's been in it in 2 years or since the last time they gave someone a tour of the house. And I think that's ego and weirdness.
I know you do. And I think, and you disagree, but I think living outside your means and living under your means in order to say and feel good about yourself is all ego. I think it's all the same thing. It just manifesting in two different ways.
Okay, so I totally agree with you, but I also think there are healthy ego pursuits and I think there's bad ego pursuits.
That's true.
Like my ego feels good when I've worked hard and completed a script. And I think that's a sustainable good one.
Yeah.
And I think when I, do a donut in the middle of an intersection to impress a dude, that's not a great one.
That's true.
That
is true.
Yeah. But
I just don't think there's...
I understand. I feel you.
Yeah.
It feels wasteful. I think we could agree maybe wastefulness is not super moral.
Well, look, if there's like 4 bedrooms sitting...
Yeah.
Doing,
or
sitting,
even like the many living rooms and the like this grand dining room no one's ever eaten in, and then all this kind of now. Yeah. But look, I'm probably by my standards, someone else probably thinks is insane because I'm going to have a movie theater in the basement. And that's probably ridiculous.
And
I'm going to have
a place to hold a bunch of vehicles.
Well, I think everyone would agree. Everyone should have a bunch of cars.
See, yeah, it's just what we choose. Yeah.
But let me just defend Kristen publicly. Her only desire for a big house is to have lots of people stay there.
But this is my point. This is exactly
it.
She doesn't need defending. It doesn't need defending that she's a incredibly successful, rich person. And
Who wants a nice house?
she can have a nice house. She's not.
No, I'm into nice houses. Can I just tell you that? Like, there are tons of like really expensive architectural masterpieces that I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. If you could spend $8 million on that thing and it was designed by Frank Gehry or whatever, and it's so thoughtfully constructed and the materials are so cool. Like, I'm into that.
Right.
I just, you know what? It makes me think of like when I drive around rich suburbs of cities and people have these fucking 13,000 square foot McMansions. I find it a little vomitous.
I know. Yeah.
I find that gaudy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You say it whimsically.
Yeah, I
can
want
see
that.
it. Yeah. Well, I hope you
Anyway.
get it. And I will not be judgmental of you when you buy the Cecil B. DeMille compound. All right.
Okay, that's it.
I love you.
I love you.